Vash wants to be a horse, by the way.
I'll make it clear. You can write this down. I want to fuck a woman as a horse. None of this is a secret. To be clear, many jokes have been made about this.
So this man essentially wants to be BoJack Horseman.
Creep on in, on in, on in.
I'm still in Colorado, and I've been feeling really sick for the past week, and my stomach pain has come back. So Bella's come back to look after me and help me. But this morning, I started having chest pains too, and it's getting worse.
Feet, ankles, knees, neck, head, everything has got to hurt. I mean, she's even bigger than Lisa. I mean, my God.
I feel like to a lot of people, they have a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that you say you're straight, but then you also have acknowledged that you'll hurt.
Right. Absolutely.
How do you square that in your mind?
Man, this is a good one.
I feel you, Stevie. I feel your pain, man.
Old Marcus Jordan went red pill. She thought she had him, y'all. Larsa Pittman thought she had Marcus Jordan when Michael Jordan had a talk with his son, said, son, we got a legacy here, man. You can get a young version of Larsa Pittman. It's many young girls would love to have you. I'd rather I'd rather blow the money on a young Larsa Pittman than get an older version. Son, I want the best for you.
First of all, I'm not gonna kill this speech today. I mean, for whatever reason, there's way too many people out there that struggle to say Pippin. I mean, it's Pippin. It's not Pittman, men and stuff. I don't get it. There's no M in Pippin. Just say Pippin. And also, who really wants Marcus Jordan? I mean, he's not Michael Jordan. Every time they go to his house, and every time they go see his father at the family gatherings, they're going to want to hook up with his dad anyway. It's just really sad. So, I don't know. I don't really wish that upon anybody. It's not his fault that he's born, from Michael Jordan's sperm. I mean, it's just the fact that, hey, it is what it is. I mean, then he went out there clout chasing, trying to get with Larsa Pippen, and I don't know what that whole saga even was. And the thing is, Larsa left because, he wouldn't put a ring on it. Ooh, big shocker. I mean, no, why would he? That makes no sense. Sorry, Larsa. I mean, you're starting to look more and more like plastic each and every day. Nobody wants to tie it up with you. I'm sorry. I mean, that's like putting a ring on the bride of Chucky at this point.
So she has a history of taking guys and using. You see what she did to Pittman, and she was with him for 30, 40 years. What you think she gonna do to you, son?
I mean, that has some merit to it. I'm not even sure how true that really is. I just think Larsa just doesn't want to be alone. She might have been okay with it. An older woman getting with a younger man. I mean, if it was going to work out, she'll stick it out. I mean, now she's more than likely heavily stuck in her ways, and it's definitely not going to work out, especially when he's looking around at the young fine honeys and he's like, you know what? I am Michael Jordan's son still. So, I mean, I can still pull something better than this.
Today, lawmakers will take up a solution to have a problem they say is putting children across the state in harm's way. A bill would punish parents who leave their children in the care of a sex offender. Tony Sloan's joining us live from Capitol Hill with more on this morning. So Tony, why is this something that's coming up now?
That is a very good question. I mean, first of all, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're going to put your child in the care of a sex offender, you should go to jail. Actually, as a matter of fact, somebody should go ahead and violate you just for the heck of it.
But to be accurate, men don't have a wall. Men have a ceiling.
What the hell does that even mean? Seriously, what does that mean? You bump your head on both objects. You run out of space. Bang your head on the ceiling, hit your head on the wall. It's the same damn thing.
And men spend their entire lives being alone, so it doesn't bother them. So technically, men grow out of loneliness. We grow out of loneliness.
Okay, I mean, sure we grow out of loneliness. I mean, I guess that's the reason why some men go ahead and handcuff their women to the bed and, trap them in the basement or kill their entire family because they just, they're just so willing to be alone.
Women don't grow out of loneliness because you never get a chance to be lonely.
Okay, that's just one of the stupidest statements I've ever heard.
19, you don't know better. That's why it's very important to get experience with girls so you can figure out the Decepticons.
Okay, but tonight we're going to a bunch of whores too, so is that not the option?
What do you mean?
Like the Nelk people set up for me and Sneeko.
Great.
But I want to find a real girl that could, like love and bring on stream.
Bro, look, man, I told Sneeko this. Assume every girl's a whore unless she proves otherwise.
It's always great to take, relationship advice from Myron Gaines, fresh and fit. And that's exactly where you need to go if you want to get right with women. Especially when you got all the sus photos of Myron out there with some naked dudes that are, openly gay in bed with him. I just don't understand it. I don't see why these people are still relevant. But then you got this little tool named Neon out here seeking like real relationships out here with some OnlyFans girl who clearly does not like him and is clearly only in it for the clout, because apparently he has like a lot of people that, follow him on Kick or Twitch. There's a lot of other platforms out there apparently that he's big on, but actually that was debunked a few weeks ago that, about 80% of his audience was robots. So that was fake. Then they broke up because that was inevitable. I mean, she's been spitting on people in public anyway. It's been a big mess. I hate that I even follow this YouTube drama when it comes to these pieces of shit. Like it's so terrible. Like I hate to even call a young kid that, but this kid has never proved to be anything other than an absolute twat. I mean, he is the absolute worst, the scummiest of scum. He's right there with Jack Douchebaggery out there on YouTube. I mean, these people just absolutely suck. They want to talk all the crap in the world, and then they want to have their security flex their muscle on people and knock them out cold and then act like they're tough. Then they want to cry victim and say that you're only 19, 20 years old. Like, dude, you're an adult. I'm sorry. At 19, 20, you're an adult and you can get these hands. So you want to keep talking mess? I mean, you can get hit. Talk shit, get hit.
I love it. That's you, Janelle. You just can't get enough, can you? In the future, it's going to be so bad that you'll demand to be twice a day, and not just with blank, whoever blank is, in a three-way. Why not let others see your beautiful, luscious body and watch you shake uncontrollably when they'll go out of their minds. Then I'll find more friends and we'll tie you up so you're helpless. I'll direct them to have their way any way they want. Who can make you scream the loudest? Maybe I'll just line them up and have them scream in your mouth, your pussy, all over your tits and ass, and all the same, you'll be covered in, and we'll make you eat it. I mean, this is just so fucking gross. The next morning, you'll be in a little sore, but you're still going to want more.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. This is absolutely insane. I should not laugh, but oh my God, like the vulgarity of these messages is just absolutely out of this world. I've never heard anything so ridiculously nasty in my life. Like, I don't know if this is raunchy or just freaking, I don't know what this is. This is Neanderthalish. I mean, this is absolutely insane. They're talking about just doo-doo on each other and just leaving them there. Just go ahead and wallow with it. Let us poop on you and let's smear it all over your face like it's some type of camouflage, like it's Predator or something like that. And then don't worry, just hide in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Don't move, don't leave, don't shower. We really want that stink to like flow up in the air like this. I'm sorry. She's an actual victim. I need to calm down.
Led her down the stairs to the bedroom where the physical therapist was and already waiting to begin the threesome. Early in the encounter, McMahon immediately directed Miss Grant to lay down on her back in a supplicating position, whatever that means. While straddling over her, McMahon defecated on her head. He left to shower up, but he instructed Miss Grant to remain in place with excrement in her hair and continue to perform for his friend.
What? What? What is with y'all and feces?
Dude, I'm really wondering the same thing. I mean, for whatever reason, these people really love doo-doo. I mean, I don't know what it is about human excrement that makes these people like get their dongs hard. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. When I go to the bathroom and take a dump, the last thing I think is erection. I don't know. This is just wild stuff. Vince McMahon, if any of this is true, he is finished. He's going to spend the absolute last of his days rotting and dying in prison. He'll probably end up dead like Jeffrey Epstein, though. I mean, he probably won't last but like 2 days like he did, because, I mean, he wasn't about that life.
Crazy that people love this crap. Like, you just straddle her and fucking shit on her head. Like, what? Why? Well, what's so good about that? I don't get it.
While Miss Grant requested protection, none was offered. McMahon and the physical therapist actively continued with threesome and directed Miss Grant's sexual performance for an hour. or an hour and a half while she was left covered in feces.
What?
Yeah, I hope she absolutely takes every dime and dollar from the WWE. If any of this is true. Now, you know, people do put out, you know, ridiculously false claims. And boy, I'm telling you, this is some over the top accusations. I mean, this is next level. And you're talking about Shiza. I mean, this is damn. They told her to like rub it in her hair like shampoo. I mean, just rub that poop in there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, get the, we want the chunks in there. You know, like, God bless. I mean, this stuff is just absolutely wild.
On the night before his death, Jesus washes the feet of the 12 disciples, including Judas Iscariot.
Don't ask me.
He said, "For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you." Much time was spent on the washing of feet.
When this commercial aired during the Super Bowl and like the first commercial break, I knew immediately like this was going to go viral. People were going to comment about it and have issues with it. I mean, look, we get it. We get it.
Vash wants to be a horse, by the way.
I'll make it clear. You can write this down. I want to fuck a woman as a horse. None of this is a secret. To be clear, you know, many jokes have been made about this.
So this man essentially wants to be BoJack Horseman. Oh man, this sick bastard wants to be BoJack Horseman. He's got a lot of other crazy stuff out there. Like apparently everybody's been just tearing this guy apart on YouTube. So he's had a lot of sus clips out there. He said a lot of really weird things, even weirder than this statement right here, talking about wanting to be a horse and bang a woman. I mean, I don't know how dominant you need to be in life, but dude, it sounds like he really wants to be somebody worse than Genghis Khan or the Vikings. I mean, this dude only wants to be all powerful, Bruce Almighty type of stuff. I mean, his name's Vosh King.
Hello everyone, I am so excited to bring you today's video. Today I sit down with a very special guest, Jessie Hersey. You may recognize her from the Netflix docuseries Escaping Twin Flames.
Okay, Escaping Twin Flames was absolutely insane. Like in that documentary, it was a cult documentary, by the way. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's only like a 3-parter. I mean, it won't take that much of your time. You can get it knocked out in the afternoon. I'm telling you, it is worth your viewing. It is absolutely strange. They were literally trying to convince women that you are not a woman. Or listen, you are a little masculine. You need to just be a man. Like we're out of matches for you in this community. Like everybody else had already found their twin flame, and since there was way more women than there were men, the numbers were getting skewed. And so they were like, hey, what we need you to do is just get a strap on, you know, or like have surgery, you know, cut off your boobs. It was a lot of crazy stuff. Like and like some of them were like, no, I'm not like this at all. Like I literally am a woman. I do not like women. And they were like, you sure?
In the documentary, she got to share some of her story, but today we get to hear it all. Well, most of it all, because she is currently writing a memoir to share her entire unedited story, so stay on the lookout for that. Apart from her anti-cult activism, she's a writer and is currently donating half of her proceeds of her book, Super Gay, a pronoun book for kids, to Trans Lifeline until Valentine's Day 2024. So make sure you check out the link in the pinned comment down below for that.
Okay, so apparently she was one of the gay ones. But this is crazy. Like you go from escaping twin flames to write a book about a flaming superhero.
Grandfather is suing the parent companies of Macy's and Sunglass Hut after he was wrongfully accused and arrested for robbery in Harris County in 2022. But that's just where the story begins. Fox 26's Anthony Antoine spoke with the victim's lawyer. He joins us now with those details. Anthony.
Well, faulty facial recognition software is at the heart of this case. 61-year-old Harvey Eugene Murphy Jr., a grandfather, was taken to jail because the technology pinned him as the primary suspect for that robbery. But according to the lawsuit, he was taken to jail, and in a matter of hours, he was beaten, raped, and then released. And now, years later, he's suing.
Okay. This is not this is not funny. I feel so sorry for this man. First of all, nobody of any age, nonetheless, an elderly man, should have this happen to him, and especially over some BS where some technology falsely got him accused of this crime that he never committed. First of all, like, did they not think about this crime? Like, why is this old man robbing this place, and how the hell is he going to get away with it at this age? Like, he must have been one hell of an athlete. I mean, he must have had the build for it. I mean, he must still be able to run and jump and dunk or something, because I don't see why anybody's going to look at some 61, or I guess at the time maybe he was in his late 50s, year old man, and think, oh yeah, burglar. Insane. I mean, damn, I hope this man gets millions of dollars. Like, somebody just got wrongfully accused and released the other day, and I think he got like $10 million. Still not enough, if you ask me. If you're going to have me go to jail and risk getting that happen to me. First of all, if all this happened, I got beaten. They said within hours. This man was beaten and R-worded. They took his booty within hours. That's just crazy. Like, they must have knew he was coming. There must have been somebody like in there. He had some enemies. Like, this man had to have enemies. There's no way that happens to you in that quick a period of time. Like, you don't just walk into prison. I mean, jail. It wasn't prison. It was jail. You don't just walk into jail and just get your booty taken that quickly. Like, I don't think they're usually fiending like that. I've known people that went to jail. Ain't nobody said it's like that. I mean, Okay, first of all, I'm already got questions. Something just doesn't strike me right about this picture here. I don't know, something's just off with it.
I know a lot of people want to know the tea on how I got HIV.
No, not really. I really don't want to know why you got it or how you got it.
Tonight, an alarming discovery out of a Baltimore City high school where hundreds of students are failing.
As Project Baltimore's Chris Papps explains, we found a student who's passed 3 classes in 4 years and is ranked near the top half of his class.
We're not letting none of this get the best of us. All right? Be strong, son. We got this.
He's stressed, and I am too. Like, I told him I probably would start crying. Like, my son is, I don't know what to do for him.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma.
And I'm just trying to fight. He like, Mom, what was all this for? What did I do this for? Like, don't he get a chance? Do he get a chance?
But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over. He's been moved back to 9th grade.
Oh my god, why is this funny to me? It's this Oh, this is an absolute nightmare. Do you ever have those dreams where like you somehow end up back in like middle school or high school and you're somehow having to redo it all over again? And then like you're like self-aware somewhere in the dream. You're like, man, I've done this before. I don't want to redo this. Like, I've moved beyond these memories. Like, I don't need this anymore. I do not want to repeat this. Like, this dude literally has got to start all the way back over. Like, he's like, all right, man, welcome to the finish line. They get ready to hand you a diploma and they say, nope. And they just take that bitch back and say, hey, man, freshman, like, that is crazy to me. Like, oh my God, somebody needs to check that kid into a psych ward, because this man is not going to be in good shape. There's no way. There's got to be something they can do. Like, they got to at least give them at least like 200 hours of like summer school or something, because there's no way you got to go back 3 grades. 3 grades? Dude, okay, I had gotten help back from 5th grade, but I started school a year early, so it didn't really hold me back. I just ended up graduating on time, and this poor guy's gonna be like 28 by the time he graduates high school. I mean, they don't even have a COVID year. This isn't college football. I mean, this is just terrible. I mean, damn.
Why would he do 3 more years in school?
Clearly, man, because your child is dang near special needs. You probably should have had this check for him when he was like in 3rd grade or something like that. He probably should have been going on the short bus to school. I'm sorry, but you're culpable here, man.
He didn't fail. The school failed him. The school failed at their job. They failed. That's the problem here. They failed.
You failed. You failed as well. School failed too. I'm not gonna sit here and say they didn't do anything wrong here. I mean, there's no way you can get this man all the way to like walking up to graduation and it's like, whoa, not you. That just seems nuts. That's way too late in the process to say, hey homie, you're a little slow. No. They said he passed 3 classes in 4 years. What happened after year 1? I mean, damn. I mean, 4 years. That means there's a whole year somewhere he didn't pass anything, and they just ignored it. Maybe that was senior year. Was he going to school? I mean, at some point in time, you would think CPS would have been called. They would have just came knocking on the door or something like that and saying, "Hey, ma'am, has your child been in school?" Because his grades dictate that, indicate that he hasn't been here. Anybody who has grades like this I thought he was dead. I mean, that just. Best of luck to you, homie.
Kenny Easterday sees himself as just an ordinary man. But this 35-year-old is unique.
No car accident, no train accident, no bus accident, no Vietnam. I was born this way.
Kenny's spine and legs failed to grow in the womb. And when he was 6 months old, doctors made the decision to amputate.
Just because he doesn't have legs, and doesn't make him different than you or me, he can do anything you can do.
Kenny has to fight harder for what he needs, what he wants.
Truly, half man, half amazing.
Around 10 a.m., the Norfolk Police Division responded to a call of a man driving eastbound on 275 with a Watusi bowl in his passenger seat.
What kind of backwoods, hillbilly, redneck contraption is this? This man literally cut out the passenger side of his busted up vehicle, put a barricade on his mug, and put a bull in the seat. I mean, this man's driving down the highway with a bull sticking out of basically a Crown Vic and is thinking that nobody's going to stop him. Like, half the windshield is missing. Half the windshield is gone. He's literally got a bull as his passenger seat. I'm surprised that the wheels are holding up as strong as they are. Like, this has got to be a tough vehicle. I mean, I don't know. This is absolutely wild to me. If you just watch the news, you will see some of the craziest stories that you'll ever see. Like, it doesn't make any sense why anything like this happens. First of all, this vehicle smells like absolute ass. Like, what if the bull crapped in it? Like, he just shat all over the back seat. I mean, you couldn't imagine how big it was. First of all, that car shot at that point. Like, you would have to rip out the entire back seat.
The officers received a call reference a car driving into town that had a cow in it. They thought that it was going to be, like a calf, something smaller, something that actually fit inside the vehicle.
And the vehicle was big enough. Well, technically.
As a result, the officer performed a traffic stop and addressed some traffic violations that were occurring with that particular situation.
The occupant of the vehicle was identified as Lee Meyer of Neely. The Watusi bull's name was Howdy Doody. He was immediately pulled over by Norfolk police and they performed a routine traffic stop.
The officer wrote him some warnings. There were some citable issues with that situation. The officer chose to write him a warning and ask him to take the animal back home.
It's because there's no laws against the buffoonery. There's no laws that say you can't really do this. They just know that it's wrong and that is putting the animal in danger. And that's the thing about it. Really, they just have to protect the animal and not that guy. That guy, I mean, first of all, he's just driving around. Did you see the way he looked when he was talking to the officers? Like, I mean, I just had him out here with me because, I just usually have old Jesse with me whenever I want. I mean, I just figure I want to travel with him. He's just crazy, man. This stuff is wild. Oh man, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed these clips today. I just want to go ahead and post this and just make something random today. This is Random University, so this is really what this channel is all about. So like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed any of the content that you saw here today. Still trying to get to 2K, still trying to get to 10K. Trying to dream big, but dream realistic at the same time. Have a good day, and we'll see you soon.